This is what science looks like. This is from a journal called the Bioorganic and Medical Chemistry in the Elsevier catalog of databases, originally from, and there's some sort of image of the magazine it was printed in, but antifungal against things like candida, which is a serious problem when your immune system is compromised, meaning, weakened. So our tumor suppressive activity, hepatocellular, so it's liver cancer. We're talking about liver cancer here, one of the most generally lethal cancers. I had a friend whose mother went through this, and I tried to get her to talk to her oncologist about this, but she wasn't interested in anything alternative. Even though this is a reputable journal, no doctor would prescribe this, because post-COVID, you have to be very careful about what you prescribe. For example, I have a friend who was taking hydroxychloroquine all through COVID. Not for COVID itself, for lupus, because it helps modulate immune responses, dampen over excessive channels. It's not, the immune system isn't just an on-off switch. It's thousands of switches, you could say, and they generally form things called pathways. So a lot of research these days is into like computational biology, the idea that cells have pathways. So here's the well-known SARS-CoV-2, and how if we can block its access to the cellular machinery, we could block its replication. Also something that we must be very careful to talk about, because what are you saying? But there might be other mechanisms of action besides those approved by Pfizer. Artemisinin blocks prostate cancer growth. Well, that would be lovely. Again, too bad your oncologist will never prescribe this, because there's too much resistance. That's my opinion anyway. We're trying to change that here in Saskatchewan. We have a number of plants that produce incredible molecules. Most drugs come from. This is written by a Saskatchewan man. And so this is rapamycin, which is very similar in its effect on the immune system as artemisinin. They're both mTOR modulators, and mTOR has been implicated in aging, so that would be nice. This is just more of, how is it that complicated organs form? So bioelectric signaling seems to be a new area of research in how cancer forms, and you need to have these stop conditions, right? Evolution exploits these things. So what they were showing here is that even if you deform a tadpole's reproductive process, like its metamorphosis, it will always come out the right way. And how does it do that? Because there's no genetic blueprint, as it were, which is how we used to think about things. So this is how Artemis is also useful for another whole family of viruses that trouble humans. This is one of the most studied drugs in the world, outside of, even in the United States. Half the research takes place in the United States, and I appreciate research like this where it's not for profit. It's for the good of humanity, because artemisinin was, its discovery won the Nobel Prize in 2015. And the researcher, who was almost, I guess she would have been in her 90s. She's still alive, at least she's over 100. Said it is a gift from Chinese medicine to the world, so no patent. So, and unfortunately, in a capitalist model of research, that means no research will be done.